Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel so weird because I have not sat down and actually done a sit down video in a very long time. And I've been recording with my phone, and today I'm recording with my camera, so I feel really professional. I feel really weird at the same time. Yeah, I don't know why I am holding this for some reason. Let me just fix this. All right. By the title of this video, you guys already know. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Theodosia. I am a content creator, Nigerian content creator living in Mauritius, and I do videos about Mauritius, lifestyle, food, anything you name it, relocating to Mauritius and all of that good stuff. And if it's something you're interested in watching, make sure you watch my other videos, make sure you subscribe, and let's get right into this video. Okay, so I wrote this down a couple of months when I was doing my, series, but life happened and I haven't been able to do those videos. And I think this is the best time to do this video because school is starting in Mauritius. You have a lot of new people coming in, and I feel it would be a nice thing, or it would be a good thing to know because I didn't have big sis to tell me all of this stuff. I didn't have someone who has passed through this system to tell me most of this stuff. So best advice for students looking for jobs in Mauritius. And I think recently, over the past couple of months, I have been very intentional about content with getting jobs in Mauritius because I know how difficult it is. I know it can be very stressful. So yeah, let's just get right into it. The first one is start your internship almost immediately. I mean, like, you come in, you're a little bit conversant with the place, start looking for internships as soon as you even start school. And make sure you do your internships for like 3 to 6 months and move through different places. Now, the reason why I would tell you that is because, first of all, you need to know how it is like working in Mauritius. You need to know how they do their things, how they expect you to behave. You would feel like you know these things maybe because you're coming from a place or you've worked before, but I would tell you for a fact that every different organization or every different country have different ways of doing their things. It could also be cultural. Culture can have an impact in the way they do their things as well. So if you are looking to work in Mauritius full long term, or even if you want to work and maybe leave and go, you need to be able to just work and gain experience, know how things are done professionally as well. I know how the people here do their things. The second one is, if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my phone, guys, because I have a list. Be aware of bigger companies that can employ you in your niche. So don't just always streamline into looking for smaller companies, maybe like a startup, or maybe like a company that there are only like 5 to 10 people in the company. Sometimes those companies do not have the capacity to retain you for a longer period, or they do not have the capacity to retain you, let's say, as an expert, like change your permit to a work young professional occupational permit, or an occupational permit, right? And that involves money. So revenue might not be coming in, or they might not even want to invest. I've seen a lot of smaller companies hire interns a lot than going to hire expatriates, but a little bit bigger and even bigger companies in Mauritius hire experts and even retain interns that were working in the company. Another one, and I feel this one you have to be very intentional about it from even the interview process. Make sure you ask your questions. Don't just go and look for look for internships at first, but make sure that those companies have the capacity to hire you. And if they don't, it's still fine. You can always look for another place and move there. So be clear about your intentions and expectations, and always communicate. I have been there. I was working in a place where I was doing internship for 6 months, and Because I didn't have that conversation on the onset, it was really, really difficult for me to, start bringing that up. Actually, 6 months down the line, my internship is about to expire. You want to start asking them, oh, how is it like, employing foreigners, or do you guys employ foreigners full time? You need to be able to know. So 3 months, you're already reminding them. 6 months, you're already reminding them, like, okay, down the line, how is my performance? Am I doing well? And you should be able to use all of those things as reasons as to why, they should retain you. Be knowledgeable about the different types of visas that you can use. Guys, I know I have touched in bits and pieces about the different types of visas, but I know I always say I am going to do a video about the different type of visas that you have and that are applicable. And in whatever situation you find yourself, you'll be able to say, okay, you know what, this is the best visa I think you can do. Because I have realized that a lot of companies in Mauritius they're not like entirely aware. So you should be able to understand and know the type of visas that are there. So when you're asked a question, if you're trying to tell them, okay, guys, are you guys going to retain me? I want to be retained full time. And you're like, okay, so what visa would you be on? You have no idea because you're not doing research and you don't have knowledge about it. So it's something that you should be able to sit down and talk about. Or when you're asked a question, you should be able to say, okay, these are the different ones, but I think this is the best one because I am in this. So you should be able to outline and you should be able to know all of them differently. Network with HR personnel. I know I have been trying to do that for like the past almost 1 year now. I would say it's a little bit difficult because if you just connect with them, I don't think connecting with them on LinkedIn is enough. Send them frequent, try to get their emails. Most times they publish their emails on LinkedIn, or they have it on their bio. So make sure you have your frequent emails with them. Ask them what kind of job roles, even if it's to just connect with them on LinkedIn and not even have a conversation, but be able to see, their posts and whatnot. Just connect with a lot of them, because most times they are the ones who post jobs. I wouldn't really recommend job boards in Mauritius because I have tried them and I haven't gotten a job from any of those job boards. But you should still be able to check those job boards once in a while. Just check those job boards. Go to job fairs. I posted a video not too long ago, like a couple of months ago. You should watch it. You do your networking. They see you face to face. You take a lot of people's numbers, not just even HRs. You take, head of department, head of a team, and maybe sometimes the CEO might be there. So you network. You never know who, you're having a conversation with. You never know who you're speaking with. So go to job fairs, literally any job fairs. Most times it's by word of mouth. I literally would hear it. Sometimes your school would post it. Sometimes you also see it. You also see, this is not even on my list, but you also see working interviews. Some companies will do working interviews. I've had a working interview where you register before you go to the company and you do your interview. And I had applied to that company before over and over and again, and I was getting rejections. And the HR told me, oh, you know what, we don't even employ foreigners. But I still went there. I had to have a conversation with them and still, clarify. So, and I mean, this is even a big company in Mauritius. So it's always good to know. At the end of the day, for you, maybe you've not had so many experiences. You would take that as, an example of how, questions are normally asked in Mauritius, how the interviews are usually conducted. And then you can also strike, that company maybe out of your list of companies that do not employ. They also do internships. So, I mean, if you're also looking for internships, you should be able to ask questions, basically. Be active about the job search. I know that job search is a job on its own, trust me, but hear me out. It's something that would benefit you in the long run. You don't know which HR or which company is going to even respond to you. Like, you don't know which one clicks. So just be active and be intentional about it. spread your tentacles as wide as possible. Try not to put your eggs in one basket. I mean, if you're searching for a job, you can't even put your eggs in one basket. But you get my point. And yeah, don't be afraid to enter a new niche. Mauritius can be tight knitted when it comes to availability of jobs for foreigners, and that's because of the language barrier. We have English speaking, we have Creole speaking, we have French speaking, and most of these roles would prefer if you can speak French. But doesn't mean if you cannot speak French you'll not be employed. But it's just you are just a little bit limited, if I would say. So that being the case, you need to, if say for example I want to work in marketing but I also have a background in cybersecurity, I don't just need to look for marketing. Now marketing, you have to interact with people. Even if you're interacting with people virtually, I mean, you also need to still have meetings. Most of the marketing companies here have like a strong French base. Some even have a strong French base out of Mauritius. So that's something to keep in your head, right? So that might limit you because of your language, or yeah, language barrier. So you might now want to look at something a little bit similar, maybe in the marketing world, or maybe just focus on cybersecurity, or maybe something in between, something you can, get. And I'd like to also say that a lot of companies employ full time. It's easier if you're in the tech industry. It's not so easy if you're in other industries. I know people can do their internships in nursing and stuff, but how would it be like for you to be like a startup nurse or starting up your career in Mauritius where they don't speak English, except if you're up here and they're bringing you as an expert, then they can accommodate you. But if they don't need to accommodate you, then that's not going to happen. Make sure you pick up skills required for the job role that you are applying for. I mean, so it's like I want to do cybersecurity, but I don't have any skills for cybersecurity, and then I am angry that they are not picking me. It literally doesn't make any sense. So look at what's available, and you would also know what is available if you connect with a lot of HRs. If you connect with HRs on LinkedIn, you'll be able to know, okay, these are the majority of roles that are circulating around. These are the roles that are available to foreigners. Have a conversation with them as well. And then if it's something that you are interested in, then you can now pick these skills. You can now pick up skills, or you can even pick up similar skills, or you can even you can transfer skills basically. I don't know if you guys want me to talk about transferring skills and skills you can use or whatnot. But yeah, that's about it. I think I've already spoken on this. Language barrier would limit you if you do not speak French, and it's not a cause, it's literally just a fact. I know for me it has also limited me, because even if you are skilled and they employ you, having a conversation with your peers. I'm not saying they don't speak English. I'm just saying where you see, it's just the way you see when 2 or 3 Nigerian people are gathered, they like to speak pidgin English, as to where 3 or 4 Mauritians are gathered, they would prefer to speak Creole. So the integration part of it, besides even your work, has to also speak for you in some sense, right? So doesn't mean that they don't speak English. It's just the preference when it comes to that. But for your work and day-to-day activities, definitely you'll be able to relate in English and other things like that. But before you even get into the workplace, before you even get to the job, that's a conversation, or that's a question that will be asked to you very, very frequently. Do you speak French? Do you even understand French? Is your French conversational? Do you, maybe here, are you trying to learn? A lot of HR and a lot of companies would be willing to, employ you if you know how to, or are even willing to learn French. And I think I have come to the realization that learning French is not really so much of a bad thing. If you can learn French, good for you, kudos to you. But for some of us, it's a little bit hard. I know that it's really hard, but I'm trying to learn, speaking French, here and here, one by one, bits and pieces. So yeah, if this video is something that you enjoyed and found a little bit insightful, please let me know in the comment section. If if you have any question, intelligent and brilliant questions, please put it in the comment section. I would respond. And then if it's something that I need to do a video about, please let me know. I'm going to be doing a video about it, and then we can have a conversation. And also, if you need to speak to me, please check the description box. You can, send me an email or go to my website and book a coffee talk with me. And then we can just talk about maybe your difficulties in Mauritius and whatnot. And I hope to see you guys. If you've not subscribed at this point, please subscribe. I know when I did a couple of videos earlier and I did my live video, I said I need to get to 5,000 subscribers before the end of this year. We are in October and we're almost at 5,000 subscribers, guys. So please, you guys, hit the subscribe button, share to your friends, and as always, my name is Theodosia. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.